I think we've seen that is, are Facebook and Twitter a fad that in 5 years there's just going to be something else?
Can I pause for just 1 second to say we have a great opportunity to have a really rich conversation here, and so we're just encourage you all that we make this a conversation, and if to help build and grow our community, if you could just identify yourself, and if you want to identify yourself as a private organization, that's great, and that's also great. But if you want to just
I'm named Paul Getman, and I'm an independent documentary filmmaker.
Yeah. So the question about, I think it's a great question. I asked it just to get a sense of the room, and I should have asked it before the panel. It just helps me. It's just a barometer. Are the specific tools, Facebook and Twitter, going to go away in 5 years? Yes. Although Facebook has been innovating at a rate that no other social network has, Friendster, MySpace, which were the places we were before Facebook, didn't keep up with their audience and what they needed. Facebook is keeping up, but they're being pretty disrespectful of their audience. So will we still be on Facebook in 5 years? Probably not. Will we still be on something in 5 years? Yes.
Can you elaborate on that? Why do you think they're being disrespectful? My name is Mike. I'm the marketing manager for the Jewish Circle.
I think that I appreciate how often they're changing. They are like innovating and they're making changes, but they often do a change without talking to their community first or without alerting them that a change is coming. So one example is
2 weeks ago
when they changed the layout, 4 months ago when they changed the layout, 6 months ago when they changed the privacy policy, and then a month later when they changed it back. They make major changes without revealing much to their core users. Facebook users tend to really value privacy. I know that sounds odd because we're sharing so much, but you trust that only the people you're connected to are going to see it. So when there are these minor tweaks to the privacy policy or these tweaks to what applications can pull and share about you, that I think is disrespectful because you haven't. While it's a way to live publicly, it's a way to live publicly with people you choose to connect with, and that's how I think they're disrespectful. Okay. Unless they're in the room, and sometimes I really need your help. So.
But I just want to add to what Leah said because she and I are both social media consultants in addition to everything else that we do, and for her, it's her major life's work. And I think that one of the things that I try to stress, because I get that question a lot, like, why should I bother learning Facebook or Twitter when they didn't exist 4 years ago and they won't exist 4 years from now? And one of the things that I always say about that is that imagine the learning curve of somebody who has never been on any kind of social media network if in 4 years the whole world is networked except for this person. Now, you might prefer that kind of monastic lifestyle at some point, but the point is that the more that you learn about what's going on now, the easier the information will come to you as the platforms evolve. Because if you think about when Twitter first came out, people kept explaining it in one of two ways. They called it microblogging, which a year before that, you had to define every time you use the word blogging. You had to say blog, which is short for weblog, an online journal that is kept by sometimes people and sometimes organizations. So it's a whole long definitional process. But then when Twitter came around, they started calling it microblogging without the sub-definition. So there was an assumption that you knew what a blog was, you knew what the prefix micro meant, and you were able to put that together and figure out what it meant. That was one way that you described Twitter. And the other way was, it's like Facebook status updates, but only Facebook status updates. So if you take away either of those definitions, what is blogging or what is Facebook, then the definition means nothing. So it's not even necessarily about using and becoming like a guru with Facebook or with Twitter. It's about understanding the culture of it, how it works, and how it can connect you with other people.